Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wingcat Sports. I am by myself today. Probably be by myself throughout the week, but we're going over Tigers, which is completely fine. There's usually not a lot to talk about when it comes to the Tigers, but we will be going over some stuff today. We'll start kind of with what's happened throughout the week. Tigers did acquire Bailey Horn earlier this week. Just another relief arm. See if he's either on the roster or starting out in the minor leagues. Regardless, depth in the bullpen is always a really good thing to have. They had a really good bullpen last year. They have good depth this year, so we shouldn't really have to worry about that too much. Other things that happened this week: Parker Meadows is ruled out for opening day, which obviously again is going to extend the possibility for some young guys to be on the team. With Parker Meadows being out to start the season, I expect Justin Henry Malloy to be on the team. However, they have been working Spencer Torkelson in the outfield um, a little bit this spring training as they started to. I know he played right field the other game. In high school, he was an outfielder, so it's not like he doesn't have experience out in the outfield. I also wouldn't put it past the Tigers. Maybe think about putting him at third base with the injuries to Matt Vierling. If you really, really do not want Colton Keith playing in the infield, they've also been having Javier Baez play third base. We'll see if he plays third. However, I'd rather keep him at second. He seems to been struggling a little bit in spring training at third. Maybe put Trey Sweeney at third. A younger arm over there might do better. But my guess is Andy Ibanez, like I've said well before, that people seem to forget that we have Andy Ibanez on the team and that he's not terrible. He bats for average. No, he's not going to be your flashy power hitter that nowadays is what most people want. But he is a good contact hitter. He batted in the 270s, I believe, last year. So that's a good third base option between him and McKinstry until Vierling is good to go. Is perfectly fine. And then once they're ready, you expect Vierling to be in right field. Torkelson has had a hot bat, though. He probably is going to make the opening day lineup, which would push Kerry Carpenter into right field, likely having Wenzel Perez play center, and then having Riley Green play left seems to be what the common theme is going to be for the outfield. Again, maybe they'll put Torkelson in the right field here and there just to add versatility to who he is. Um, but he has been swinging a hot bat in spring training. Obviously, if he starts out slow, though, don't expect him to be on the team long. He probably gets sent down and or cut once people get healthy again. But he basically has until then to do that. Otherwise, it's mostly again sitting around waiting to see what the Tigers are going to do lineup wise because they did send Jace Jung down. People argue that he was going to be the starting third baseman. I knew from the get go he wasn't going to be a starting third baseman because again, it's futures basically for this team. Um, I think contract wise, if he would have started the season, obviously he's going to have to be talked to earlier. Expect him at least halfway through the season, unless things really are going south on the team. Otherwise, he's not going to be in the starting lineup anytime soon because they want control. It's all about control over the contracts, and the longer he sits in the minors, the longer you have control over that big league contract. That's why they don't really want to call the young guys up too soon. Again, they did last year late in the year after they wouldn't have counted towards their contract eligibility years. Now, right, we're all like, oh, we can play all of them. No, they still want control. And yes, I prefer probably all the young guys to play, and I get it, but you probably also don't want to have everybody due for a contract at the exact same time. It's a business. Everyone needs to understand it's a business. You're going to do things a certain way to help your future out and how you're planning this team out. That's why you might have Jackson Jobe in the starting rotation as injuries happen because you are going to try to re-sign him potentially sooner than you would Jung or you would anybody else who's going to be coming out. Once the Perez is going to be due pretty soon. I expect him to be on the team though with how he played last year too. Because again, contract years. Once the Perez is going to be good, I would not be surprised if he is sitting in center field. Though he is also battling health issues, but we'll see. If not, again, then Henry Malloy is going to be in the outfield, most likely. Or Zach McKinstry will be in the outfield when he's not playing third, and Andy Ibanez will be your third baseman. We will see. This team did it last year where you just rotated. You rotated until you found the right play for the game or just situational. It was nothing but situational last year, and I don't expect anything different this year when players are going to be playing 7 innings and then half the team gets switched out because, you like this guy better here. It's going to happen. It's going to happen a lot. You got to be used to doing that. So expect that to happen. Otherwise, it's just going to go how it is. But it seems like the Tigers are posed to be in a pretty good spot. Again, we did our season predictions last video for the Tigers, and I expect them, 90 wins. They have a pretty good chance to win the division. Otherwise, a wild card spot again. They should make the playoffs again. As long as you play similar to how you did at the end of last year, get a little energy going, you're going to be in the playoffs again. This AL Central is wide open. All four teams are good. And I really don't expect the Tigers to be struggling in this division. They're going to have a tough start. They definitely aren't starting 5-0 like they did last year, but they very much could have a decent start and get themselves in a good spot to end the year. At least hopefully we could get to like the All-Star break or something above 500, just like the Wings, right? Let's push and hope that we're in a good spot. Just play better than what the Wings have been doing as of late and not struggle. But that's all I got by myself. They're usually quicker videos, so that's all I got. If you'd like to see, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the Tigers, what they can and can't do to kind of fix these holes that they are going to. Until next time, hope to see everybody soon.